What I also tell them is you shouldn't just accept any SOC 2 because there's good SOC 2s and there's not so good SOC 2s. There's an organization I had the opportunity to work with where their salesperson had in a contract agreed to getting the organization SOC 2 certified. This was 3 years before the organization had any plans to go get a SOC 2. And so that gives you an idea of when you're working, when you're dependent on contractual requirements, how effective that is, because in this case, this organization told their customer, which happened to be one of the state governments, that they would go and get their SOC 2, and their compliance, legal, or their security team did not even know about this agreement that they had made to their customer, and the customer's thinking they're going to go get their SOC 2. They had to scramble, and they had to go get their SOC 2 a year before they planned to do it, and guess how long it took them to go get their SOC 2? 6 weeks. Why? Because it's a SOC 2. A SOC 2 is open to interpretation. I can give you a SOC 2 that's crap, or I can give you a SOC 2 that's awesome. So in this case, this same organization said, if my customer really wants something, I can turn something around in 6 weeks and meet their needs, and all they wanted was to check in the box. They got their SOC 2 done in 6 weeks without a single qualification. The reality is that organization did not feel like it had the right controls in there. And so a year later, they went and got their next SOC 2, and the controls that were in that SOC 2 were probably 10 times more effective at reducing risk than that initial SOC 2. That gives you an example of how good the SOC 2 is or isn't. The reality is most of your customers out there live and die by the SOC 2 and they'll accept it. Well, as organizations get savvier, they're going to start to say, well, wait a minute. What's inside the SOC 2? What does your control requirements look like? If it's based on something like the high trust or some other well-curated and well-thought-out set of controls, then that's great. If not, then that's going to be questionable. So in our case, we get the SOC 2 because that's the branding some of our non-healthcare customers are looking for, and we get the high trust because honestly, that is what makes me feel good, and if we had anything less than that, I really wouldn't be able to stand in front of my customers and look them in the eye and say, we're doing a good job securing your information, and here's proof.